Hi, guys. We're here and we're going to wait for a few people to actually get on. What was your thoughts, Deborah, on Saturday night's main event?
Wow. Well, first thing I have to say, I am so happy that Chelsea Green actually won. It is time for her to have a title. Way past time. And I have to say, Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. Wow. The last part of that match, when Cody's back hit the mat, Cody's back hit that chair, not Kevin Owens. And I have to admit, kind of have to give him credit for that because that looked painful. That looked really painful. How about you?
Well, I kind of want to just rewind a little bit. As somebody that we both watched Saturday night's main event back in the day, and I have to say it was so realistic. I love the sets. I don't know if they were the original sets of Saturday night's main event. Of course, they would have to been updated, and they're probably LCD now than actual props like they used back then. Um, WCW was really good about setting up props in far as the talent coming out in the back and things like that. Um, I have to say that I loved Saturday night's main event. I thought it was an excellent throwback to back in the day. I thought it was like, holy smoke, it was really. And then, of course, when Jesse the Body came out with his boas and his jacket, that was still a throwback. I love the fact that they threw Pat McAfee in there too, as well. And of course, they had Charles Robinson as a referee. I love the referee's old referee blue shirts, black tie situation comparing to the black and white that they have now. I thought it was also interesting that they kept the storylines of where they are now compared to where they could have been doing, like when TNA does throwdown throwbacks, where they're completely a different name, a different scenario, different matches. But I love the fact that WWE kind of. Oh, hi, Sky. Thanks for
Hi.
joining us. I love the fact that they kept the storylines with what was going on now and not something that was kind of made up or throwing it all the way back to the was as far as. Hi, Skylar Perry.
Hi.
Um, as far as storylines concerned, I love the fact that also that um, the instance of where, I mean, look at Io Sky and Liv Morgan. That was a heck of a women's match.
That really was.
It could have gone either way.
Either way.
And the fact, I mean, I've never seen Io Sky work as hard as she was doing. David wants to know how you're doing, Hot Mess.
I am doing great, actually. Thank you so much for asking.
We are talking about Saturday night's main event. And we are talking about my whole thing when I put this online was the fact, how was this going to be played off if the storylines were going to be relevant? Hi, Robert.
Hi,
And
Robert.
the fact that um, were they going to do similar things like when TNA does that throwback throwdown? Are they going to have storylines that are current? Are they going to make up storylines? And as I was telling the viewers before, I loved Saturday night's main event. I love the fact that they had Jesse the Body there. The fact that he came out in the old boas and the snakeskin outfits. Um, I love the fact that, and like I was just saying about Io Sky, I've never seen her work as hard as she did with Liv Morgan. And there were times when I actually thought she might have beat Liv Morgan. And I love the fact that Rhea Ripley came out at the end and kind of met with Liv Morgan. And they were going to, that was the next series of what's going to happen. I thought that the other interesting thought I had was with the pyro. I had made comments to Hot Mess Deborah that it's odd that who was it? It was like the first match. I forgot who came out, but they only shot like one instance of pyro, and I'm like, are they running short on pyro? And then it was like when they did Cody, it was boom, 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 boom. And that was kind of funny too. I don't know, maybe it didn't go off or it was misread or whatever. I thought that was really cool too. And I just thought it was great that Chelsea won. I love the throwback that they did, her and Piper Niven, when Piper put her on her shoulder like Macho Man and
Miss
Elizabeth
Elizabeth on
her shoulder, and that was a great throwback throwdown. I just loved that. Do you guys have any comments that you want to make about Saturday night's main event? What was your thoughts about it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Well, I guess the next subject that I'm going to touch on real quick is that for those who didn't see TNA's final resolution, wow, that was a great pay-per-view. However, before we get into this subject, and the subject will be Tessa Blanchard. Now, somebody asked me tonight about what I thought about Tessa Blanchard being in TNA. And I told her that she should get on here and we would tell what we thought. When I first saw, I actually found out the afternoon, and I even posted that she was in Atlanta. She was backstage. The thing I did not know about not Chelsea, but Tessa, is there are rumors about her being racist. I don't know if this is true or not. This is the first I've heard of it, but it is like all over TikTok that this is what it was. And we are not racist by no means.
At all.
At all. Just want to clear that up. But I was really for Tessa going into TNA, because of the fact that to me, I think she's going to be replacing Jordan Lynn Grace, because Jordan Lynn Grace is supposed to be leaving in January in TNA. And her and Jonathan Gresham are leaving at the same time. And I think TNA brought her in thinking that she would be that boost that they needed in the women's division. Now, it's been 24 hours, and I'm kind of thinking now the backlash that TNA is getting off of that is really kind of, and listen, I am pro TNA. We are pro TNA.
Yes, definitely.
We love the fact that they were still mentioning Chris Bay and that they were still doing GoFundMe, and we were very happy, especially when we saw Jeff Hardy. He was up like on the second level of the arena, and he jumped down and he smashed someone on the table. That was really good, and I was glad to see that they did the that they were going to be the tag team that finishes up 2024. Anyway, they also mentioned about the 23 thing. We did not get, they kind of showed it, they did the promo of the 23 thing. We didn't, nobody, and everybody in the audience was like, what? What? Is this all we're going to get? Is just the promo? Were you going to say something?
I was just going to say, I kept trying to think when they were showing the 23. Who had 23 as like, maybe as like a tattoo that people had, remembered or something? But I could not remember.
Well, here's a thought. Here's a thought. Didn't AJ Styles also used to wear a numbered jersey back in the day?
Yeah, he would do that sometimes.
But I can't remember what jersey number he wore.
No.
Now, we know that AJ Styles was backstage at TNA at Final Resolution.
Yes.
He did not come out, and neither did JBL, did not come out. So, I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air. I really wish that they could work out a deal to bring AJ Styles into TNA for a couple of matches, especially since, he's not, there's no storylines. I'm not sure if he's injured or not, and maybe that's why he hasn't been wrestling. But who knows, Who knows? Do you guys have any questions for us that are wrestling related?
I would like to say just one thing.
Okay.
During Saturday night's main event,
Okay.
I thought it was just so awesome and cool.
Right.
That his last name is Testador.
Oh yeah, he's a commentary.
He's on commentary.
Yes.
And that he had the necktie just like Mean Gene Okerlund used
I did not even remember about that, but you're right. Mean Gene always wore a bow tie when he did commentary on Saturday night's main event. Well, he wore bow ties anyway. Yeah.
But I just thought it was so nice of him to do that because, especially Saturday night's main event, he was always on it. He was always, doing interviews.
I think we can go back even further than that. Mean Gene was a lot to WWE.
A whole lot.
Even in the beginning, in the end.
Yes.
I mean, think of the commentaries, the interviews. When they did that kind of spinoff that was kind of like the Tonight Show where Vince McMahon was the host of the show and he would bring the wrestlers in and they would talk just like it was like the Tonight Show or David Letterman back in the day. So yeah, Mean Gene was like huge in that time frame. But I am surprised. I was under the impression that Hulk Hogan was supposed to make a guest appearance. I was happy to see Coco Beware.
Yes.
I was shocked to see Greg the Hammer. Because I wondered, we had seen many years ago Brutus the Barber, and he was actually in a wheelchair when we saw him. And now when you see him, he's kind of like able to walk and get around really well. But yeah, I was very happy to see Greg the Hammer, and then Coco Beware, and then Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart never changes. I don't know what this man does, but he's never going to change. He looks the same as he did back there. And then Tito Santana. I was like, oh my gosh, and Hot Mess here is like Tito.
They showed him, and I'm like, he looks exactly the same. That is amazing to me. That's amazing.
No questions from you guys? We'll see if you have any more questions, and unless you just want to hear us, because we could talk like this a
long time.
A lot. What are you most excited for now as far as matches? Oh, I do have some breaking news for you. I just found out this afternoon, and I was going to post this, and I kept trying to do a video for it, and it just kept messing up. But when we were at the Performance Center Tuesday night, you always get the invites between 10 and 11 o'clock for the next week. Well, this Tuesday, of course, they're going to be, NXT is going to be in Lowell. And so I thought that they were meeting for the following week, all right, which would have been the second Tuesday. And so we get the notice, the confirmation this afternoon, where they're going to be doing tapings for Thursday night. Now, I don't know if these tapings are going to be in advance because of the holidays. I know that they're not going to do any shows at the Performance Center uh, either Christmas Eve or close to New Year's. They usually have that whole time period off, and they tape those shows before. We've never had it on a Thursday night. They've always done the double tapings on Tuesday nights. They usually start at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and they'll go till about 11:30, and they'll do the double taping. They'll tape one show, and then they'll do the regular NXT show that goes live. I don't know what to expect. I'm not going to be able, they won't let you post pictures of these taped performances prior to. And they do know that you do it because I have been caught. And they come up to you and they ask you to take the photos down. And then anybody else who has reposted that picture, they contact them and they ask you to take it down. Because I had, when Dragunov got injured, I had took a photo and uploaded it, and they caught it within like 2 or 3 minutes, and had me to come and take it down. I took it down, but within that 3 minute period, it went viral, and everybody that had posted that one picture of what I had took, they contacted. So anyway, that was kind of breaking news that they're going to do a taping this Thursday at the Performance Center. So anyway, that's a bit of breaking news, but we are also going to World's End. We are trying to get passes for the media scrum. It'll be our first media scrum with AEW. We have been to, had press passes and stuff through AEW before, but we've never done a media scrum. So that would be something really special for us.
Exciting,
Yeah,
yeah.
and exciting. Um, do you guys have any shows that you're getting ready to? You can always send me photos. I would love for you guys, if you go to main events, take photos, send them to me. You can post them under your comments or whatever. We also have a TikTok. That's X is where I normally post all my pictures that I take during our live events that we go to. Any of the house shows, I'll be posting pictures at AEW World's End, and we're going to 2 NXT house shows, Jacksonville and Citrus Springs in January, so you'll be able to catch those two. They're both doing Q&As, so we always take pictures with the talent and are able to ask them questions. And so we've always enjoyed it. If you ever get a chance to go down to for a Tuesday night taping at NXT, you have to sign up through Facebook Live. Facebook and NXT Live. You have to join, and then once they accept you as a friend, they will send you these notices, and it's always between 10 and 11 o'clock on Tuesday nights, and you need to fill them out right away because it's a first come, first serve. And trust me, they do turn people away. They only have so much space. I think they only have maybe less than 500 seats at the Performance Center. So those seats go fast. So you would have to get your form. They send you more than one confirmation. And the last one that they send you, I'm sorry, my nose keeps itching, is on a Monday. And so you have to keep replying to them. And then you have to drive to Full Sail University, and they have 4 Greyhound buses that come and pick you up and take you to the WWE Performance Center. And the buses are free. Oh, excuse me, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. The buses are free. They're air conditioner. They have Wi-Fi. They are really nice buses, and then they take you back to your car at Full Sail University. So it's a great experience. We've been doing it since about 2017. I have personally walked through those doors thousands of times, and every time that I walk into the PC, it's just like the first time. I get goosebumps on my arms. It's just something very magical about that building, that scenery.
When you walk in there, it's like, whoa,
Yeah,
you just want to go like this because it is magical.
yeah.
I can't really explain it, but when you go in there, there's just something about that building that's so magical. And then when you get this, you see the crowd and they get it all excited. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty remarkable too. Um, the let's see, is there anything else that we need to share regarding to? No, no. We want to thank the people who kept checking in and out during this live stream. I really wish more people had took the time. We would love to have a conversation. This was your
Yes.
opportunity to chit chat with us and talk wrestling. We don't mind giving shout outs or anything. And if you happen to see us at a live event, come up and say hi. We'd love to take a picture with you guys. And we want to thank you for watching, subscribing. Oh, and wait, before we sign off, we get this question a lot. Deborah, why don't you tell them what made you start this channel? Here you go.
The reason why I started this channel is because, well, a lot of you have seen I'm in a wheelchair. But I want to show that people like me who are in wheelchairs or who have any kind of disability whatsoever, that, I want you to know that if you want to do something and, you have people saying, well, if it doesn't work out, it's okay. No, at least try it. Because what if it works? What if it works? And there's nothing wrong with trying. Nothing whatsoever. And so I'm that kind of person that, yes, I have a lot of things against me, but this is something that I wanted to do because I wanted to show people that if you have something that you want to do, then go out there and try it. It couldn't hurt. And I just wanted to put that message out there because there are so many people out there that tell negative things to people like myself. That, because they don't think that they can do it. But at least try. That's all I'm saying. At least try. And it will work. It will work. Just keep trying.
I should say that it will work. It may not be the way that someone else does it, but there is some way that you can do and follow your dreams and your aspirations and things like this. And you can do
anything that you want to do. You may do it differently. That's okay. That's what's working for you. And don't let naysayers say, you can't do this. No.
Because when we started doing this and we knew nothing about this, so many of our friends said, well, it's okay if it doesn't work out. Well, we are now at 317,000 views. And so we must be doing something. I want to thank you guys for watching and hanging in with us.
Yes,
and
thank you so much. And as always,
Bye for now.
bye.